bear rug in a log cabin somewhere. Yeah.
I am on just in case. So just throw a little bit of audio into the microphone so I can see it on the thing.
Audio.
Throwing audio.
Throwing audio.
Fantastic. All right, I see it.
Throwing a hip.
Does anybody
threw
want
her hip out? What?
Who threw their hip out during a long session of intercourse? Gosh dang. Sounds like a rootin' tootin' good time.
Just another Tuesday.
Just like right now, it's another fucking Tuesday here at the Tip Rail podcast. I'll just fucking get it going instead of asking questions and making directions and all that whatnot. You know how we do it. On the left of me, we have the one and only Dave.
Hello.
Hello. And then on the right, we have big motherfucking John.
Whoop, whoop.
Once again, sitting around with our shirts off, gentlemen. Always a fantastic time. Another
it's a nice day out for Topless Tuesday.
It is a nice day out for Topless Tuesday, isn't it? So sitting across from me out there, listeners, guys, gals, and whoever else pals, give it up out there for the gorgeous Athena joining us on the Tip Rail. Thank you so much for... Hell yeah. Thank you for reaching out to us at the tiprailpodcast@gmail.com and getting us an email and getting you scheduled onto the show. So
that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Hell yeah.
Email in.
You know, aside from Athena here, if you want to join us, do that and we'll get you in. We got scheduled time coming up. So,
So I guess off the start, right? Yeah. We never worked with you at all, right? At the club?
No.
Okay, so
I have not worked with any of you guys.
Another stranger to us. That's totally fine, but not a stranger
no
to
danger. No danger.
Oh. So far, so
damn
good.
it, Dave. We want more of them.
I mean, some danger is nice.
A little bit of excitement, that's for sure. But you are no stranger to the lumberyard, correct? You did in your email describe that you had worked there at one point, correct?
Yes, I worked there for about 4 years. So
okay, nice.
Not a stranger to the lumberyard.
From when did you start? And was that your first club or?
Yeah, so I started back in 2019, like literally right after I graduated college.
Nice. Dope.
So yeah, I had never been to a strip club before. So that was my first strip club I went to, and then I just stayed.
Okay, nice. Yes. So you came in as a customer and decided it looked like the idea for you.
It was the bee's knees. It was good enough.
Kinda, it's something like that. So my friend and I, we had discussed, we were working at a retail store at the time. She was a little younger than me, and I just been in my head, and I told her that, hey, I've been thinking about dancing, and she confided in me that she had been too. She was a little more serious than I was. So we actually went to Beach Girls first as customers just to check it out, because neither of us had been to clubs.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then we went and checked out the lumberyard afterwards. And yeah, we both agreed that the lumberyard was where it was at.
Yeah, definitely. Nice. Between the two clubs, I would absolutely pick that as well. So totally understandable. So you was your experience between those two clubs in the same night? Like you went there to Beach first, and then you traveled like immediately over and like came and brought the party to the yard, or?
Yeah, we did. I do believe it was in the same night. The Beach Girls just gave us a weird, swampy, scary cat vibe. So we weren't.
I mean, that's a pretty dead-on description.
We weren't there long, and we're like, all right, let's go check out the lumberyard instead, just to get a feel of different clubs, because they can't all be like this.
No, they're definitely not. God, so when you walked into the lumberyard, what was your first reaction to it? Just how much bigger it was than Beach Girls?
Yeah, it was huge compared to Beach Girls, and it doesn't look like that on the outside.
It looks like a metal shed of some sort.
It looks very sketchy on the outside, but going on the inside, it was so surprising how big it was, and super dark. But at the same time, I think that also attracted me how dark it was. Like, kind of a little. I don't know.
The darkness definitely helps.
It's like the Batcave.
Yeah, it's
like
you don't see all the nooks and crannies.
Mysterious, that's the word. A little mysterious. Yeah, like what's going on in here? So
no, because I recently went to a club in Phoenix while I was out there working, and it was super bright, and you could see everything.
Oh God, after working, I would never work. Especially towards the end of the night when they switch the lights on to get people out. Well, no, don't do that. Wait.
Yeah, You got to get out of there before they turn the house lights on.
Yes,
it gets,
you do not want to see us with the lights on. We like the darkness.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
I mean, like
towards the end of the night, though, we are so sweaty and just
some
like
people
we
pay
are
extra for that.
Yeah, that's true. Some people do.
Well, you get a girl who's got like a spray tan, you can really
and they're
tell.
just dripping.
Yeah.
I'm
the
weird.
lines.
I think that might be entertaining.
Some like to lick it off. Yeah,
No, I don't want to lick it off. That's weird.
I mean,
That's
hey,
the
It's
line.
coming from
That's
the sounding
line.
guy.
No,
That's
no
weird.
licking it off. You just want to see it.
I don't sound. I'm just trying to get you to sound.
I was always worried that they were gonna see like all the fucking stains and like
Exactly,
gum and the shit like
yes.
on the floor
Yeah.
and
But
everything
if
like
you're
that.
the customer that's there that late, you're usually shit faced and
True.
you're not noticing shit like that.
Yeah,
Like,
or you're some weirdo that has no time or has like
doesn't
nothing else
care.
to do.
Probably his
Like,
house
Yeah,
is
they
probably
do
worse.
just hang out
I didn't have
while the
much to
lights
do.
are on.
Yeah.
yeah, we're screaming at him like, "Get the fuck out! We're trying to close." Oh,
You're
all
not
right,
as
man,
cool
yeah.
as me. You gotta
Yeah.
leave.
It's wintertime and I didn't bring a coat. It's only negative 20 outside, guys. Like, no, get a cab, get the fuck out of here.
So you did 4 years. You said from 2018 or 19.
2019.
19?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So you worked through COVID. How was that?
Right. Yes. So when COVID hit, it was kind of. I think that was towards the downfall. I feel like they didn't close us right away, but when they did close us, we literally had. I think it was like 3-4 days notice. Like it was a Tuesday. They told us. I planned on working that Friday, Saturday night. So they closed us down for quite a while when they did that, and with short notice, which sucked.
Yeah.
By the time they opened us back up and we could go back to work, COVID restrictions were still in place, and it comes down to where people are going to spend their money, and people are going to give up strip clubs before they give up their alcohol. Going to the bars, things like that. So we definitely felt that at the club. And so I feel like just us coming back, we had our little whirlwinds where people were finally getting back out and they were excited to be out and party. But then it came back to stuff was slowing down. People weren't spending money. And it came to a point where it felt like, I was just wasting my time, even on like a Saturday night. Saturday night, we should have all 3 stages going. And there'd be nights where we'd barely have 2 stages going, during that time. So COVID definitely hit the sex industry hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there like the old 6-foot rule? Were you guys not allowed to dance on customers? You're the first one we've had that I've realized that danced through COVID.
Yeah.
So I just didn't.
No, we never. Never implemented that. At least not for me. I wasn't there during that time. There'd be times I'd go less. Once you get into a relationship, it's like you stop going to work as often.
Yeah.
But during that time, no, we never had the 6-foot rule or anything. Titties are still in the face and all that.
Nice.
But they did shut us down for a few months.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine like the point of a club like that where you're supposed to just stay 6 feet away from people. Like it wouldn't.
Yeah,
it wouldn't
I don't know
be
how
as
that
worth
would work.
it.
Yeah,
You just get up and do
strip
pull
club.
tricks the entire time or
Right,
something
yeah.
like that. Like and then people throw money from afar. Yeah, I just might as well be a burlesque show with an actual stage or something.
Right,
Shit
that
like
would
that
be
at that
even
point,
harder to make money because it's all about that interaction.
Yeah, private
So,
dances are
yeah.
non-existent. Basically in the sense that they do at the yard anyway.
So back to your walking into the lumberyard. So you walked in. Did you get hired right on the spot? Did you get told to come back and do amateur night?
Okay, yeah. So actually, like I said, my friend was taking it way more serious than I was.
Okay.
I was a little scared. What got me was, I had been working since a teenager, since I was like 12 years old, multiple jobs. And, I'm like, I'm working my ass off all these years. I'm 21 and I'm still like not getting anywhere. Like I need more money. And, she was taking it seriously. She went into the lumberyard via email. They told her to come in. They hired her right away. So it wasn't even a week after she had started being there. I sent in my email finally. I got told to just come in on a weekday, bring in all my dancer stuff, work a shift, and we'd talk later that night. So yeah, when I went in there, they kind of gave me the rundown of all the rules. And I would say I was probably really naive or maybe almost too innocent. I don't know, but I was playing it cool, you know, but internally I'm like scared. But it helped that my friend was there. But you know, they're like, you know, by the second song, you know, panties are off and I, you know, I played it cool, but I think he could tell. He's like, I know it's a little scary at first, but you know, that's what we have to do. That's what we advertise as a full nude club. And so in my mind, I'm like, all right, yeah, you know, it's just, you know, I can do this, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, after the first night, yeah, they just hired me. I didn't have to do an amateur night or anything like that. Thank God, because I probably wouldn't have gotten hired if I had to officially audition or anything like that.
I don't
well, I mean,
have
even the amateur night, like even if you didn't win or whatever,
they still, they'll still
like,
offer you jobs. Yeah, I've watched a few amateur nights.
Okay,
I just, you know, all eyes are on you, which, you know, obviously eventually you get used to that.
Right, yeah.
But for that to be your first.
For that to be your first time and everyone's there for amateur night, it's a little much, especially when you're like new to the scene. So.
Yeah. So what, you didn't hop like 18? You didn't do like what most guys do, go get a pack of cigarettes and hit the strip club?
You can't even do that at 18 anymore.
No strip clubs. I'd never, you know, I honestly just lived a really boring life, really sheltered life. I probably should have been another statistics. I mean, my parents had me at 13 and 14.
Oh, okay.
So, and like I had drug abuse and, you know, domestic violence, all that growing up, you know, a rough childhood. But, you know, never like, I don't know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Like, yeah, we never went to a strip club and I never really acted out. Like I said, I just always worked and, you know, I was a good kid, like good student, all that. Okay, so yeah, I never had been exposed to anything like that before.
So before your friend was like, hey, I wanted to do this, or before you were like, yeah, I'm thinking about doing this, did you ever think that you were going to become a stripper? Like when you were 18 or 19, did you think like, hey, you know, maybe one day I'll do this?
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. I didn't. Honestly, I probably believed a lot of like what other people, you know, the stereotypical thoughts that people have when it comes to strippers. Just growing up, I came from a really small town. So like, you know, stripper wasn't a thing. And if you were a stripper, you traveled like 2 hours to dance. So everyone looked at you like, oh, like you are dirty. Like, how could you do that? You know? So never in my mind did I think I was going to do something like that. You know, I was like, I'll just, you know, pick up a sixth job if I have to.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, like, but the older I got and the more you realize, like, you know, if you have it, take advantage of it while you do now, you know, and use it to your advantage.
If you got it, flaunt it, right?
Exactly. And I feel like if it was more common for men would be doing it too, you know, like if it was as easy for a man to start it, you know, go
if
to
I
a
was
strip
hot,
club.
I'd show my
Yeah.
butthole.
Oh, I've always said that if I was a girl, I'd be the biggest whore in the world.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
just be out there prostituting,
I got bills
money,
to pay.
right?
Right, exactly. And I hear that from so many, even my guy friends are like, yeah, you know, if I was a girl, I'd definitely be selling my pussy on the internet. Like, no shame, you know, because you're only young for so long. So, no, I definitely didn't. But once you get into that scene, it's just completely like, it opens your mind and you just see everything different. Like growing up, like I wouldn't even get naked in front of my mom. Like I wouldn't watch my mom get undressed. Like we just weren't like that. But now it's like, I'm just so like desensitized, like you know, just being
here's the
naked.
dressing room, go shave your pussy in the mirror, you know,
like or just walking in and seeing another vagina, like no big deal. Or even like going into, like if you're at the gym, you know, you have the locker room and there's like a separate changing room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But like I like instantly just get undressed right there in the locker room, not even realizing like, oh, this is, you know, like
this
I'm not
might be uncomfortable to somebody else.
Yes, this might be uncomfortable to somebody else. You know, they're not used to that.
I promise I've been to 2 different gyms, but they both featured old men just fucking balls ass naked, strutting around, not giving a flying fuck.
Showing their balls
they don't
down.
care. Yeah,
They throw their feet up on the counter to get in there.
It's
just like
it's a fact. So I don't know how the girls' locker room kind of stuff is, but I mean, like it happens.
Civil.
People are just fucking naked, you know. And I think that if there was less shame involved with our bodies in a way, you know what I mean, I think it wouldn't feel so uncomfortable for a lot of people out there.
And I think exactly. I think that's where it comes from. Like even with thinking about becoming a stripper, you have like a certain image of who can become a stripper. And when I went there with my friend, I would go watch her perform when she first started, just for like moral support. She was scared. And one night she was dancing, and there was a larger girl there working, and that just kind of hit me where, like, if she can do it, why can't I do that? Like, it's all about confidence in what, like how you present yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And I think a lot of people could, gain from that. It's all about your confidence. Like, and more people, I feel like, probably could become strippers if they had that confidence within themselves.
I think, and that's what I would see with a lot of people that did the amateur night during the earlier time in my career there, because we had it like first and third Friday, and it was just often a lot of people would just give it a try. They'd be a little bit tipsy, and they would just be like, all right, fine, fuck it. And then like, of course, if we saw somebody that we thought we would like to try to hire, we would encourage them like, hey, you should get into amateur night. You're like, why don't you do this? I'm at the door, like seeing people come in. I was like, hey, don't forget to hit up and sign up for the amateur night, get up on stage, win a fucking $1,000, whatever it was, the prize. I can't remember at this point in time. But I think a lot of people, once they realize that anybody can do it, you just have to not give a shit and do it, So I think that would, it
just builds courage for everybody, not just dancers. But like me and Adam have talked about it.
Like,
I was a super shy kid in high school. Coming out of high school, I got my first strip club job, and I didn't talk to a lot of quote unquote beautiful women like that. But once you have to, because you have to take their private dance money, you have to take their house fee money.
Exactly. You have to
talk to them. You have to walk them out. You have to take their bags out. For them, You have to deal with the shitty customer. They come up and give you a hug and say thank you. It just keeps building your confidence over and over again.
Exactly.
And then finally you just get to the point where you'll talk to anybody. It doesn't matter if their clothes are on or off. It's just...
and I think that's a big thing. Like, becoming a stripper, like, my confidence, like, just skyrocketed. Because before, just like, people have body images and whatnot, but once you start at a club, you realize, like, there is a type for literally everyone. You are someone's type no matter what.
Yeah, like all three of us basically have different types of girls that we would like.
Right.
So we could go into any strip club and find
you're going to find, each of you are going to find at least one. And I think that's just awesome. I don't know. It does kind of give you a sense of power, because then when you like leave outside the club, you're done for the night. You go on about your everyday. You're just like, people fucking pay to see me. Like, I'm a
badass
shit.
Yeah, I am a hot shit. Like, you can't tell me anything. And so I think that was like a big thing with the strip club. It just changes your whole outlook and just more confident. Like I said, just walking around naked around the club, like, bam, I'm getting naked in the gym locker room, no problem, because like, your confidence just changes while you work there.
Nice.
Why can't your nose be 12 inches long? Because then it would be a foot.
What do you call a factory that makes okay products? A satisfactory...
I was wondering why the frisbee kept getting bigger and bigger, like then it hit me.
I asked the librarian if the library had any books on paranoia. She whispered, they're right behind you.
I wanted to learn how to juggle, but I didn't have the balls to do it.
What did the ocean say to the beach? And it just waved. Y'all, that's stupid.
Why can't your nose be 12 inches long?
What you doing down there, Harry? I'm not calling you over to me.
So, does your family know? Is that something you would want to talk about? Or?
So my family does not know. Definitely been close calls, been suspicions.
Okay.
Because I just told them I was working at a bar, but I never told them what bar. Maybe not add that, but yeah. But no, family definitely does not know. They have never found out. I did tell a few close friends. Obviously, anyone I became romantically involved with, eventually I would tell them, just because my schedule would be so weird. I would end up having to explain, why am I getting home at 6:30 a.m.
Yeah.
So
did any of them retreat? Like, once you told them, like, no, I don't want to do this.
Unfortunately, no. I guess
That's an interesting way of putting it.
Because the other way for guys.
I was trying to get rid of
I was
them,
trying to get rid of them. No, like, I wouldn't say, I guess, not unfortunately, not at the time did it retract them or make them step back.
What did it sour it?
I feel like always it came like in arguments. Is when
Fighting dirty.
Yeah, they throw it back in your face. At the beginning, they think it's so cool, like it's so hot that you do that, but then you get into an argument and all of a sudden, anyone with $10 can see what I see, yeah.
No, because I dated it when I first moved up to Des Moines. I dated a girl who wasn't in the industry at all. She worked at a gas station, just a normal, typical girl or whatever. And I met her at the strip club. Her family decided that I was the heathen. That
she
I was
dancing?
the reason. No,
she customer.
Just
she was a
just customer.
Okay.
And her family didn't like the fact that she was dating the strip club manager, and they felt like that I was ruining her. It's like she came in to me. I didn't know her before this. She was coming in before I even came up to Des Moines. And it just became that thing, like same thing. We get into an argument, and it's like, well, why don't you go to the club and just see your whores?
Yeah, exactly.
So kind of the same thing. And then that relationship didn't last too much longer after that. It's just.
And that comes back with, just the stigma people have of strippers, strip clubs in general. Like, if you're not exposed to that environment, I mean, that's what you think. Dirty, drugs, just
everybody's
nasty
sleeping
people.
with everybody.
Yeah, big orgies and stuff like that.
Don't get me wrong, that shit happens.
Which happens. It does happen.
Every dancer, it's not every night. It's not.
Yeah, it's not the most common thing everyone thinks it is. It definitely happens. But I definitely understand. When I first became a stripper, my boyfriend at the time ended up telling his mom, and I did not want him to tell his mom, so I was pretty upset. Yeah, I was pretty upset. And she was just scared of me falling into like the hard drugs and like going down the wrong path and like anything I feel like a mom would probably be worried about. But I've always had like good self-control, so never got into the hard drugs or anything like that. Definitely I've seen a lot of that in the club. Definitely I've seen it take over girls that I was close to, it's definitely there. But
did you know that when that first night you went out to Beach Girls, you went out to the Yard, that stuff existed in strip clubs? Or was it more of a once you started working you got to see behind the curtain?
I feel like before I started working there, that I feel like that was part of my stigma, is just like everyone's on drugs at strip clubs, they're just there to party hardy, and that's just the common scene,
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
I was there at party hardy. Well, at first I was there to make money, and then I, partied. But no, that's good that you have that control to be able to know that it's a job, and that you come in and you have the attitude to make the money instead of like getting involved in all the extra shenanigans that can go on at the place.
Yeah, and I think that helped a lot in my relationships, because that's why I didn't tell them right away, because as they got to know me as a person, they really did realize that is just another job for me. I worked my day job and I'd go do that as my night job, and that's all it was just a job to make money.
Yeah, you can't get ahead with just a day job these days.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
So what is your best, worst customer experience?
Oh, gosh.
Best, worst?
Best or worst, or both.
Oh, I was thinking you were meaning like the best, worst customer experience. Like which one? What's your top?
Either way, what's your best customer, and then what's your best worst customer?
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if I specifically on deck can think of like this guy was my best customer every time he came in. But I had quite a few where they would come in and all they'd want to do is like cuddle or like lay on the couch together. And
hell yeah.
Yeah. So those are the best customers, where I don't have to get completely naked, or, I don't have to dance for an hour for you. We can just hang out and they pay me. Those were the best customers.
Nice. Okay.
The worst customers definitely is, I feel like, just the ones that feel like, literally I gave you $5 so I can do whatever I want to you, are the worst. Customers. I've definitely had guys, in private dances hovering over them, they think they can, put their lips on it. And luckily, we do have great security. They act fast. They take care of it. But still, that just, and not even the worst, but it just makes you feel like shit afterwards. Like, you're still a person. And even women, actually, one of the ones that I remember is just this girl. I was on stage and I was twerking for her, and she stuck her finger in my asshole.
Oh, God
and
damn.
So that one, it like flipped a switch on me. Normally, I'm not a very angry person, even at the club.
I mean, you get violated like that by any person.
Yes, man or woman.
Yeah.
And I think it just made me more angry that she thought she could do that because she was a woman, so it must be okay. And so that's kind of what got me, like, just because you're a woman doesn't mean like you can do something like that.
Yeah, I don't have a fucking flashing sign above me that says "Women, I consent to being violated by women." Thank you.
Exactly.
But I don't know if you've ever been to a male strip club. Women are worse than guys when it comes to strip clubs.
Oh, I believe it.
Like,
I've never been, but I definitely believe it. Yes.
Like,
and
you have to beat them off with a stick. Like, you
yeah.
can't.
I definitely
and they're women,
believe
so
that.
You can't really like push them around like you can a guy. You're kind of like, hey, you need to stop doing this, and they're not listening to you because they're a woman, Like,
and that's even, I mean, even at our, at the lumberyard where it's just women dancers. I mean, we get a bunch of women in there for their bachelorette or a birthday.
Yep.
And they're drunk and happy, and they think, oh, well, we're women, so we can touch you like this. And it's like, no, it's still the same standards. Like,
you still gotta ask for consent.
Still matters.
Yeah, consent still matters.
You can still go to jail for rape, lady.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, you get that alcohol flowing in you, and you just think you can do whatever the fuck you want sometimes,
Yeah, it's different because some of those people wouldn't even remember it the next day. Like,
exactly.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that.
You're telling me I stuck my finger in her butthole? Like,
yes.
And we got kicked out for the night? Like, what the fuck? Man, you have to. I would hope. I mean, like, I hope that person was, in a sense, blackout drunk and not just making a decision like that, just being sober and like, I couldn't do this because whatever the fuck.
Right.
I can't understand the reasoning behind that in their head. Like, so it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Fuck.
So what was the, I guess the most amount of money? Like you said, you got paid sometimes just for guys to sit there and cuddle with you, or you just hang out with them.
Yeah.
What was the most amount of money some guy just gave you to do absolutely nothing?
Oh gosh.
Because we've had one girl who, like, the guy was walking by her and gave her $200 while he was walking out the door just for no reason.
And I definitely had,
or gave her $10,000 to go down and do a private dance.
Right, which is amazing.
Stay 3 weeks off of work.
Right, that's amazing. I definitely have never been that lucky to get a couple grand handed to me for doing nothing. But I've definitely had people just buy private dances and then just sit there and like give me a hug at the end or just want to talk. Like that's always super nice. And just standing by the stairs, people leaving, they don't want to carry all those ones or whatever, so they just give you the rest of their money as they're walking out. My best one is honestly just walking around topless. My tits just grab a lot of attention. I guess.
They are very nice.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, so they are large and in charge, and it draws the eye contact. So just getting money given to me for walking around to have great tits is always nice.
That's almost doing nothing.
Doing nothing. Yeah. So I mean, there's definitely been times, those like great tits. Here you go, and that's always nice. But yeah. There's definitely lots of opportunities I've came across where I'm doing nothing and they've given me money, which is great. There was one time we were doing a VIP corner and I literally made like $300 in 10 minutes. And so while that was doing something, it was literally only 10 minutes of work, and I think that's, where things become addicting, and that's where people can get caught up in, everything that comes in being in the strip club environment.
Well, you go in and you work, maybe 6-7 hours, and you walk out with $3-4 grand,
exactly,
or higher with some girls. Like you can just, it's like, oh damn, I can go literally buy whatever I want.
Yeah, why would you do anything else?
Because I know tomorrow I'm going to do it again.
I was going to say 310 minutes is 1,800. Wait, 3 times 6, 18. Yeah, it's 1,800 an hour technically is the average amount. So like, Yeah, that could definitely like tick 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 make a
It
few
makes you
things
think.
happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, you can go the next day, put a down payment on a car. You can,
Oh yeah.
whatever, you know. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like the nights that we walked out of there with, a couple hundred or whatever as bouncers and shit, and then there's nights as a DJ I walked out of there with like 700. So I mean, like I get it. It's not the same as a dancer, but I mean, like that's
still
it's
more
comparable.
than a 9 to 5.
Like,
yeah,
for fucking
exactly.
from 10 until 5 a.m., maybe 6 because I had to stick around. Somebody got an extended length VIP at the end of the night. Fuck yeah, I'll stay for an extra $25. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I'm counting my shit and getting my money organized. Like yeah, I'll keep playing music. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah,
exactly.
So that's yeah. It's always nice to get something where you don't feel like you had to like do a whole lot for it.
Exactly.
So
yep.
I kind of feel that way with my day job right now.
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of work, but I
Skate
get
by.
paid very well.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in the same.
That's the best day job you can ask for.
I watch a lot of training videos and shit. So like I'm working towards something, I suppose, but it's like me just watching YouTube and like, oh yeah, this is new information for me. Cool.
Full day's work. There you go.
Fuck both of you.
So that's how the electrical distribution system runs. I never knew that before. I'm sorry, Dave. I know your job fucking kind of blows, but
That's all right. It's fine. I'm sorry. My stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Stepping on
Kicking
John.
my dog, Dave?
No.
Fuck.
Jeez.
Animal abuse in the house.
No, Dave's great. Dave's one of our best friends.
Dave does not actually kick the dog.
No, yes.
No, I kick people over dogs.
Yes, for sure. So one of my favorite questions to always ask is, do you, like, some girls have said yes, some girls have said no, but do you ever get turned on while you're at work? Like, do you ever get that guy that walks in, you're like, damn, and then he asks you for a private dance, and then you're down there giving him a private dance, and you're just, I don't want to say it, but you're getting moist. You know? Like,
Moister than an oyster.
Oh, yeah.
The dew point is rising.
No, I mean, I definitely have given lap dances to people where I'm like, man, like, this man is so attractive, which is funny because being in a relationship, boyfriends think all you get are weird old men, you know that, and you just let them think that. You don't tell them about all the attractive men that come in, but no, I wouldn't say I've ever gotten like, moist.
You've never used a guy's knee for your own pleasure?
No, nothing like that. While I'm giving a private dance, I have
Not
had.
everyone's a fiend, John.
Well, I'm just asking.
I know it's what the people want.
Yeah.
I have had people that I was seeing though come in and get a lap dance for me, and obviously, I'd be a little turned because I know they're at home waiting for me later. So like that would be more of a turn on.
You're gonna give them a little ramp up.
Yeah,
home.
a little
tease.
something.
And see,
yeah.
I can
That's
totally
playful.
get behind that because like that kind of like little like play thing where like we're pretending we don't actually know each other kind of scenario or something. Maybe, I don't know. For me, that's what's like tricking through my head, like, at that point. So it's
Yeah, it's
like,
like a secret.
I have to treat
Yeah.
them. Yeah, I have to treat them just like a normal customer. So I think that just makes it more fun that, we'll be seeing each other later. So that does heighten the mood. But yeah, just with the regular customer, no, I've never been like, take your pants off, or
Well, no, I just meant like some girls have been like they've used
get a
the
little
customer
wet.
to
Yeah.
get off.
Oh
you know,
yeah,
like,
no. And honestly, I've heard women make noises right next to me in private dances, and
You're like, are you really faking that?
yeah,
bitch?
and they did. Well, in my mind, I'm like, this bitch has to be faking it because
Derogatory.
she is too loud. She's
Yeah.
too loud. But whatever you got to do to make your money, like you go ahead and do that. But I never honestly I felt that way, and I won't even pretend to feel that way because to me I just can't get into it like that.
they totally like break character.
Yeah,
to
I
fucking,
can't
like
break
start
it.
like
No, I will do my dance and I will move on you and whatnot, but I am not going to make you think you're about to, give me an orgasm.
Gotcha.
Oh, I'm so close by another
Yeah,
dance,
no, I
please.
can't do that. That's not my tactic.
Okay. Good to know.
If only we had another 30-minute VIP,
Yeah, right,
I would
then I'd
probably
be
come.
there. Yeah.
See, I think I've heard that come
Yeah, I was
from.
gonna say,
I'm
that's a
pretty
good
sure
one.
I've heard that sentence
Yeah,
like
that's
roll
a good
out of
one.
somebody's
Like,
mouth.
we need a finish, in a
Yeah.
30-minute. Yeah, that would be a good one.
So everybody's got an idea of how to sell things, and that's like some dudes are just like, that's my thing. I really want to do that, and yes, we'll go for here's my money, here's my cards. Let's do it. So wild times, man. Have you had the pleasure of meeting anyone famous while you were a dancer in the club?
I feel like even if I did, I wouldn't have known.
Oh, okay.
But probably I'd have to say no. I don't think I have met anyone famous while working at the club. You know, we get a lot of people. I've worked like after tattoo conventions, and we get well-known tattoo artists in there and stuff, and hang out with them. We get the people from Des Moines that think they're famous that come in every weekend.
Absolutely.
So
a lot of times, like what would end up happening for me in the DJ booth is that, like, somebody would recognize someone. They'd come running around and be like, oh, hey, so-and-so's here, and they're over there doing fucking whatever. And I'm just like, cool, customers. I don't really give too much of a shit sometimes, but I mean,
exactly.
Like, if it made somebody else happy, that somebody famous or somebody in like the, internet celebrity kind of shit came in, and cool, by all means, thumbs up. But I mean, it's, like, when I got starstruck a couple of times, and then I realized that they're just normal ass people, and like a lot of times people with that kind of money aren't really that cool to talk to in the first place, because they're just like, yeah, fuck you, average guy from Iowa.
Yes.
Like,
yes, exactly.
Well, they're people, so they have a chance of just being shit anyways.
Well, that's true. You got a 50-50 on that at least. So.
So when you first came in the club, your first night, your first week, did you have any, like, the other girls mentor you? Did your friend pull you under her wing and say, hey, this is what I've learned in the short time I've been here? Or was it more of just, you just jumped up there, you natural went at it?
So when I first started, I mean, it even goes back to like my first night going in there to see what a strip club is about. It blew my mind having a vagina so close to my face. Like, I don't know. It was a culture shock. Like, holy shit, and realizing, okay, well, now I have to do that. And so, gosh, I'm trying to think back. Then on my first night, I definitely was scared just to get up on the steps to go onto the stage. But I feel like once I got on there, it was really like wiring my brain of, this is a job and this is what I have to do. And this is nothing new. Like, that's what the people come in here to see. Like, it's not, you're not in the middle of the street or anything getting naked. Like, they literally come here to see naked people. So you're not like standing out. So my friend and I, we definitely stood close to each other throughout, our first few months working there, just until we got comfortable. I would say at first, I don't know if anyone really reached out, just because, I was new. I was the newest baby stripper, and I was very quiet. So I just kept my head down. I didn't try to approach anyone or mess with anyone. And I feel like I'm just more of an observer. So I watched a lot of the other girls to see what they were doing. And slowly I would pick up on like the house rules, and how, or the unhidden, how you can break them. Yes, the unhidden stripper rules that, you don't know unless you're told, or you do them and you find out it's wrong, So I slowly learned, just by observing. But I think after a while I grew on the girls there. They realized, I'm not out here to steal anyone's money or anything like that. And I did have quite a few. They, because I'd always get there early, so they'd go play on the pole with me, and we'd play around, give me tricks, or, how to approach guys or what to say. They would eventually give me the tips of the trade. Even there was one girl there. She was a traveler, but she came to the lumberyard a lot, so everyone knew her, everyone enjoyed her, and she was one that really stuck out to help mentor me. And she always wore these like crazy wigs, and I have like super short hair. I can't grow hair worth a shit. And she got me into like the world of wigs, and I always loved, because I felt like it made me more Athena, and it helped me be more confident. And guys love long hair when it comes to the club. I feel like that's like, they are looking at your hair, your tits, and your ass. Like, they want to know how you take care of yourself. So she was one that really stuck out to me, all those beauty tips and shit on when it comes to becoming a stripper.
Gotcha. Okay.
Nice. Yeah, that's good. To, like, like having a friend in there first and foremost, somebody that you've known outside of the place, just to be there to like, kind of give you that support is fucking, that's how I got in with John, like he was the boss and I came in as a bouncer. So, I mean, helps bring you into that comfortability for sure. So.
Yeah, it was definitely nice to have a friend there.
Did you have any specialties that you picked up? or created yourself, crafted?
Gosh. Oh goodness. It's funny because I can think of other girls' specialties,
Sure.
and some of them are very unique and catch me off guard, but it makes them money. So, I think the biggest thing, gosh, they love see the booty smacking. So a lot of times I would bounce my ass so hard against the floor of the stage, and they just like to see the jiggle. I feel like that was a good one.
Nice.
So you mean like on the knees, facing backwards, slap, 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 like reverse
Like
cowgirl?
I
yeah.
would like
Or-
laying down and slap, like boom, boom.
Okay,
boom.
okay, all right, I get
Yeah.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
Like you're bouncing your hip against the ground.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Also, they loved like when you wrap your legs around them, and you do your hips and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I feel like my booty bouncing was probably my biggest one that they really liked, and
Okay.
Nice.
just seeing the kitty.
Yeah, everybody loves that. You
Yeah.
know, that's the main feature in there. For the most part. I mean, like I'm a tits guy as well.
Exactly,
But
yeah.
like also, like, hey, let's see what our vaginas look like.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah, well, and
It's
I
a
always
place to visit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's
It's
warm
a
and
good place
inviting.
to visit. Well, and I always knew I prided myself in a pretty kitty. But
There you go.
sometimes
Yeah.
people would catch me. I had this one guy, group of friends, leaning in, and he's pointing, and he's like, "Look at that! Like it's still pink." And I'm like, "What does that mean? Do they change colors?"
Sometimes it's roast beef.
I
Sometimes
think,
it's
I
well
think,
done. It's medium rare. It's rare.
A lot
Like,
of
it
guys
changes.
don't necessarily understand that vaginas come in different shapes
Yeah.
and sizes,
Right.
and that like some
Variety.
people have extra labia, and
True,
that is
yeah.
not from being fucked a
worn
lot
out.
of
Yeah,
times.
that's
You know what I
just
mean?
your
Like,
Genetics.
structure. Yeah,
and
that's
so
how
like
you were built.
I think that having to deal with the general public that doesn't quite understand female anatomy,
No
seeing
sex education.
all the different vaginas that there could possibly be, the shock and amazement that could come.
Well, I mean,
totally,
in school they don't teach you that.
No,
No,
yeah, they
no.
don't
Like,
teach you the
so even as a
different
kid, I
ones.
remember like, okay, when you saw a girl who had a lot of extra meat, if you will, it was that she was worn out. She was played through. She
Well, that's
was worn
the
out.
stereotype
Right,
from
right,
fucking.
But then when I got
you know,
older and I got like more knowledge, I was like, oh no, it's just like us. Everybody has a different dick size. Everybody's looks different.
Yeah,
Same
vaginas
thing.
look
Some have
different.
Everybody's looks
foreskin.
different. Yeah, some have foreskin.
Yes, exactly.
Some curved to the left or the right or whatever.
Left,
You know,
but yeah.
like
some go real far left. And,
you're like, wait a
Some go
minute.
up, some
Mine's
go
like, get the
down.
fuck out of here.
Yeah.
As anybody, I'd watched a lot of fucking internet porn, and there is a dude. I'm not even kidding. There's a dick out there that I'm not even kidding. Goes straight up, and then like the head of it just is like crooked, like
Oh.
it's like a scoop.
I think I've
almost.
seen that.
I'm
I
like,
think I've seen
what the
that.
fuck
I
happened
haven't
to you
seen one
I mean,
guys?
if she's
that.
face down, that probably works out really
I
well.
mean,
Yeah.
again, like he's in a few different porns that I've seen, and I'm just kind of like, I recognize that dick. It has this, like
Distinctive.
I don't know if it got broke or what the fuck
That's
happened.
what it
but,
sounds like. It got
yeah.
broke at the
Yeah,
tip.
like and just keep on going. This is my bread and butter. I fuck women for money, like
Right?
shit. So, but yeah, they the dudes are dumb sometimes, and they say really ridiculously stupid things.
Yes.
Especially when surrounded by naked women and alcohol. So, and other various substances sometimes,
Yes.
depending
Yes.
on the day.
And I think over the years, you just get, because like I said, when I first started, I was so scared and naive and quiet. But throughout the years, I feel like I got a little more, not just confident, but secure. Like before, people will pay you to smack their best friend or, rough their best friend up. And when they would ask me, I was like, I am the worst stripper to ask because I am one of the nicest ones. I might look intimidating, but throughout the years, you have all this pent up anger from past, people that have been in the club. Yeah, past just ignorant customers you've had, and you're like, all right, yep, I will do that, and you just take it out on them. So you get used to the stupid shit people say.
Yeah, it became just like kind of like a guessing game of like, what kind of idiotic thing is this drunk asshole going to say to us tonight? Like, I hope it doesn't start a fucking fight, but like working
Exactly.
the door, working on the floor, running around, doing the, like just interacting with everybody and cleaning up, and people are just dumb, like in
Yep.
that place. And it just made me have a certain disdain for bar scene. I liked it because I made money off of it, but it was just like, the people here just made me
Yes.
want to rip my hair out and shit, man. Sometimes.
Exactly. Yeah, especially if you're working sober and everyone around you is just drunk and stupid. It can be a hard scene. like I said, I'm a very introverted person. So yeah, jumping into that scene, just like you said, it can be overwhelming and a little too much at times. You know, people saying and doing stupid shit.
And I can't physically beat the living shit out of you,
Yes.
sir.
No, but I got a bouncer. Hey, bouncer!
Yeah.
You just fart in their eye. It's all right.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, defend yourself all day long, but like, you know, for the most part, there's other people that'll handle that shit.
Yes, and we do have great bouncers. They've always been there for me, and I think that comes back to, you know, you treat your bouncer and your DJ good, then they're gonna treat you good. So
Yeah, that's kind of the
Can you
reciprocal.
say that one more
idea.
time? No.
Funny.
I respect cookies. Who doesn't respect cookies? Did you dunk it in the milk?
I dunked my cookie, yeah.
Oh, you gotta show respect. Respect the milk.
I like soggy cookies.
Respect the milk. Why you I just fucking said that, you idiot. Hey, what else, Nicky?
Teacher read the Three Little Pigs.
Oh, respect the bricks. Respect those pigs. They'll respect you. Every one of them. Respect the wolf. Let me jump in front of a fucking truck. What else, little Nicky?
I play on the playground and swing on the monkey ball.
So what was the most annoying part about your job?
I think the most annoying part, oh gosh, there's a lot of factors. You know, when you think it's gonna be a really busy night, especially Friday night, it has to be big, and then it's just you know, you'll stay till 5:30 a.m. and nothing happens, and that's super disappointing. And just those nights where, you know, not every night you're going to be someone's flavor of the week, you know, and so you'll leave feeling shitty about yourself, or could be vice versa, and people are attracted to you but then kind of treat you like a piece of meat and not a human. And while it is your job to sexually entertain, you know, you're leaving that night kind of feeling like, you know, I just want to be loved and cuddled and treated like a person.
Right.
And instead, you know, I got these welts on my ass from being spanked all night and all these ones. And
The ones I fucking I used to pay like bills, like actual legitimate, like I'd go and
I've gone down to Mid-American.
pay bills with
yeah.
a stack of ones and be like, here's $120 in ones for whatever, I can't remember, but like, you know, I fucking hate ones. I hate cash nowadays, honestly. It's all just reminds me of the club.
right, I never have
like,
cash nowadays,
yeah.
but then yes, I did a
Yeah.
lot of it.
I used to pay my rent in fucking cash because of you know, having it all the time. Obviously I didn't pay rent in ones, like, you know, like most of the time, you know, hundreds and hundreds of dollars I'd turn into bigger bills, but like,
No, I had the rainy box, the rainy day shoe box up in my closet, and I would go home and just throw my ones up there, keep all the big bills. And then when I feel froggy, I would take the ones to the bank, or I just, if I needed something, like I was behind on phone bill or gas or whatever, I'd bust them out and just start spreading them out. And all of a sudden I got $700 that I didn't know I had.
Yeah, that's
hidden
always
in my
a surprise.
closet, you know? Like,
hey, you gotta know, like this a grip of money is like $700, bro. Like, no.
That is a trait you pick up, is you can look at a
start
stack.
eyeballing.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
look at a stack of ones and like you automatically know how much is in that
Yeah.
stack without counting it.
You have a pretty good general idea. Yeah. So
yeah, I can get within $5 of it at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd say about 10 for my eyes, but you know, I'm pretty good too.
I can eyeball perp from a mile away, as my good old friend would say from Rock Island.
Have you lived up here, or like, are you local-ish in the Midwest here? Because again, we like I don't know anything about you.
Yeah.
Have you said you grew up in a small town?
Yeah, I
in
grew
a
up
sense.
in a small town.
Was it around this area, or is it like
it was
further
in
out?
Iowa, but
Okay.
yeah, it was not around Des Moines. It was really south towards the border. So just really tiny
Milo?
town. Yeah. What was that?
Milo?
No, not Milo.
Just
but
quit trying to guess. We're trying
Yeah.
to keep her anonymous. As hell.
anonymous. Yes, this is anonymous.
I was just curious, like the type of like region, I guess. You know,
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
okay.
just
South Central?
South, yeah.
South Central
No,
Iowa?
not South Central. No, not South Central.
Ocean,
just
Missouri.
yeah,
Right.
south near the border. Yeah, and then I moved up here well, actually a little further north, about an hour or so north of Des Moines after I graduated. So I've always stayed in Iowa, but I'm not from Des Moines.
Okay, yeah. I was just curious. I'm from the Midwest, and I haven't really gotten out of it, but like I don't know have you've only worked at the lumberyard then as far as dancing and stuff?
I've
Okay.
only ever ironically it almost, I would say, almost like a safe place / home, especially when you start going there all the time. It's like it becomes your second home, and I just couldn't imagine. I wasn't ballsy enough to travel to other clubs.
That's what I was going to say. I didn't know.
I was never. It's like I'm comfortable here, and what I do here, like this is my territory. I didn't want to scope out anywhere else.
Right. There's a lot of dancers that are like that. That don't travel, that don't go anywhere. They just stick to the one club they work at.
A homebody,
or maybe they'll work at.
Yeah, it is a homebody.
Maybe they'll work at the lumberyard and Beach Girls, but they won't travel outside of that. Like they won't go to Davenport or they won't go anywhere else.
And I know. Territory. Yeah, I'm exactly. It is familiar territory, and I'm friends with both. Friends with girls that dance at multiple clubs in Des Moines, and then girls that travel all around the U.S. and jump to different clubs, and I think that's awesome. Either way, what they do, whatever you have to do to
to have the confidence just built to do it in one place,
let alone
go start over somewhere else.
Yes, yes.
I've had to do that moving around. I've moved around a lot, and just being able to reinvent yourself is nice. And then like I travel for work now, and so like when I go to play, like I go to Texas Roadhouse, people ask what they do. I'm like, I'm a nuclear engineer. Like I just blow it way out.
You can say whatever you want to say.
I make dildos.
Yes. Yeah, you know that dildo your girlfriend uses? Yeah, that's me.
That's a replica of me.
It's molded.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do a Clone of Willy thing. I thought that would be funny. Just never got around to like actually bothering with it. The fucking.
You definitely should. Yeah, you can get those on Amazon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, shit. I mean, like we used to just walk into porn shops and you find the little kit and all that whatnot. But I just never got around to doing it. I should probably do it now.
Yeah,
and then I could just hang it
on
my
display.
Wall. Yeah. Well, my 18-year-old would love walking by my fucking molded penis.
Just remind them where they came from.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to be reminded for that. No. But it was more like we were going to like use that as like an additional plaything, kind of idea, but it never got
anywhere. You could DP without having to bring in a second person.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't opposed to bringing in a second person either.
Anyway, Diablo Monday.
Yeah. But plaster casted molded penis aside, I was gonna roll right into it.
To a plastered penis.
Do you have maybe I don't know if I prepared you not, but do you have some sort of like crazy ass chaotic story from the dressing room that you were witness to?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good question.
Were you there
Fights.
for
the microwave?
Yeah.
I was not there for the microwave. I heard about it. Does not surprise.
Video of this.
Yeah, right? I know. It does not surprise me at the two involved.
You can't. The guy that robbed the place stole the DVR.
Yeah.
Well, we all know who it is. I'm gonna go to his place.
Like 30 days, anyways. So.
Yeah,
right. True.
I see him on Facebook all the time.
Yeah, I do remember the robbery one. The one that threw the microwave, they got into another fight, and I was.
So wait a minute, they kept their job?
Well, everyone gets fired a few times, and they get to make their way back. So eventually. But no, usually when there's fights, no, I don't stay up in the dressing room. I usually go downstairs. But there's definitely.
Have you heard any crazy stories while you were sitting there doing your makeup from girl like, oh my god, my boyfriend, fucked me in the ass so hard I fucking, poop came out or something weird, like.
Oh well, there's definitely
what the fuck.
There's some weird ass conversations.
I'm sure, but it's more of like maybe I piss on a customer while I'm dancing and have my ha-ha-has, but.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, when it comes to stories like that, it's so common. It's like I don't even retain them because they're so common. But
yeah, we all get fucked in the ass and poop on our boyfriends.
Oh, well, yeah, that happens.
Hey, shit happens, okay?
Shit exactly, happens. It's natural. It's nutty.
Buy the shirt on our merch.
But I mean, definitely, I remember there was this one girl I knew outside of the club before she even started dancing. So I knew her in like real life, and she started sleeping with this other girl's man at the time. Yeah, so Yes, and that's all I could think was, what the fuck? So that one was super scary because it became like a group of dancers against another group of dancers.
West Side
and
fucking Story.
yeah, it's like people are gonna jump each other. I don't know. So that one was super awkward. After a while, they just stopped dancing, which probably would have been best. I think drugs kind of involved, like, implemented themselves into that. Um, there were quite a few conversations about pegging each other's boyfriends, which was wild to me.
Okay.
Yes. The whole the whole conversation started. I think it was because I was asked to peg someone and I was not comfortable with that. Well, then other girls chime in. My boyfriend loves it when I peg him.
Prostate orgasm.
Yeah,
It's like
he
sounding.
loves it. So that that was a one. Yeah, just tons of crazy stories. One I remember specifically working there was the girls were talking about shaving their assholes. And one of the dancers, which she had been there for quite a while, was amazed that women shave their assholes and was not aware that there was hair near the asshole. So she had so many questions. Yes. And it just kind of caught me off guard that she would not have known.
Like hair grows everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, does she does she get waxed and maybe not realize that? Well, no, because
No,
I mean, like
yeah,
you're getting
waxing
waxed,
is not
you
great.
feel it ripping off your asshole. I would
feel
assume.
it on the
Yeah,
asshole.
okay.
Exactly. So, and that was kind of what because she has a big booty, that's one of her assets to show off around the club. So I had a lot of questions myself when it came to that, but I did not ask her anything about that. But yeah, she was unaware. There might be some hairy maintenance back there, and I do remember that conversation pretty well.
Sometimes we don't have
it.
mothers or fathers to demonstrate shaving your asshole.
Yeah, my mom
Your
didn't teach
parents
me.
are
Yeah,
demonstrating
I don't
that,
know.
bro, like,
You got some
you may need to go
problems.
talk to somebody else besides us.
Yeah.
I can't confirm they're dead, so it's all right.
Oh, there you go.
I like to think we are sort of a therapeutic session and all that whatnot, but yeah, there's
That's a little
definitely
too far for
that's a
us.
professional conversation for another person, not me.
I mean, you're only professional once you get paid for it. If someone drops $1, we're not professionals.
Well, we got 847 in the bank account, I think.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, woo.
Sold one shirt. There we go.
There you go.
So, I guess we've talked about you on stage and everything like that. What kind of stage presence? Are you more just the floor, maybe walk around the pole, or are you like the acrobatic girl at the top doing flips and tricks and stuff like that?
I really wish I was the acrobatic chick that was doing tricks and shit. I feel like with my day job, I just didn't have the time to learn all these cool pole tricks, I definitely tried at first and realized, it takes a lot of dedication and time to work those tricks out. So I could do, your standard little twisty twist and things like that. But I feel like a lot of my work was floor work, just interacting with the people on stage in general, getting to touch and see up close and personal. I feel like was in my favor versus doing all the fancy pole tricks.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Makes
pole
sense.
tricks are hard. I practiced on third stage as well sometimes when there was no customers during day shift.
Yeah.
I used to have one in my house.
It's not easy.
It takes a lot of time and effort. And I've met girls, they've trained themselves. They come to work every day early just to practice pole, and it looks like they're fucking experts and they are all self-taught. So
And a lot of times, even with those girls, they're just like, "Oh, I'm not that good," and I'm just like,
right.
"Fuck, man! Like, are you sure? You don't know? Like,
pretty
you're not
sure.
seeing it? Yeah."
Pretty sure.
It's like, you're doing fantastic. Like, fuck, I can't climb the damn thing. Like,
Right.
I just go slide right back down. Man, it's too crazy. Like doing these episodes and shit. We're already to the point where we would like to know. Do you have a tip for any of our listeners? Something
Either
something
for
strip club
dancers,
related,
customers,
life
whatever.
in general. Just a tip on the tip rail.
A tip on the tip rail.
If you got something.
Well, I feel like even inside the club, like we were talking earlier, but it also outside the club is confidence is always going to be the thing that leads you in a room. So how confident you walk in and how you carry yourself is everything. So I feel like, if you come in to whether it's the club or even a job interview or a first date. If you come in not for sure of yourself, then it's already like against you. You gotta always be confident in yourself no matter what you do.
Yes, absolutely.
I've talked about that before. There was no way when I was growing up that I thought I would ever be able to stand up in front of a group of people and give a presentation or anything like
public
that.
speaking.
And now it's no big deal.
Exactly.
Like walk in, it's okay. I've got my materials. I know what I'm going to talk about. Boom, boom. Here it is. It's over. I go sit back down.
Exactly.
Yeah, I used to be pretty nervous.
My palms aren't sweaty. I'm not freaking out. I don't need to, like
mom spaghetti.
Yeah, I don't need to go take a shot in the corner or something. Like. Plus, I don't think my day job would like that. I was drinking on the job, so yeah. They wouldn't like
What are you talking about? They'd love that.
Yeah, no.
It's electrifying.
Dave, you got something for us this week?
You got a tip, Dave?
A tip? If you're gonna do anal stuff, sometimes shit happens. Be an adult.
I was gonna say I'll
down.
I'll tailgate on that.
Or
if you're gonna
clean up, it's fine. If
you're
go back
gonna,
in.
If you're gonna do anal stuff, plan on it and maybe fast for a little while. So there's
there's a lot of people.
Do some cleansing.
There's a lot of people out there who just don't think things through. Oh yeah, I want to do that. It's gonna get a little dirty, and then they're gonna freak out about it. No, you wanted it. You fucking get in there. Take it all.
The good and the bad of anal sex.
Jesus fucking Christ. Be adults.
So I guess I've got one kind of going off of what we've been talking about is just listen more than you speak. Be kind. Learn from your mistakes, manage your expectations, and believe in yourself.
Shinjiru.
Yeah.
That's what that means, believe. Anyway. Fucking my I don't even know if I want to do it. In the light of recent events, don't deflect and deny something in the same sentence because you look really motherfucking guilty, sir. Anyway. We'll move on.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
I'm going to keep talking about some fucking client list for the rest of my fucking life. I don't give a shit what that man fucking has to say about it because, Anyway, personal vendettas aside, go communism. Anyway. I think I've said enough on this Topless Tuesday. I'm going to fucking wrap things up. Fucking thank you, Athena, for joining us here in the studio.
Thank you for having
It's been
me.
a fucking blast. You are a great episode, great entertainer, and you've been a great guest to have inside our studio with us. Again, listeners out there, if you want to suggest a topic or you want to come on the show, you can hit us up at the tiprailpodcast@gmail.com. Send us an email. We'll send you a nipple pic because that's still on the table if you want that.
Did you enjoy your nipple?
Hang on. One more time. I'm going to cut
Did you enjoy your nipple pic that you got?
Very much.
Which one
very
of
much.
our 9 nipples was it?
We don't know.
Was
we
it
don't
the
know.
hollow foil?
We'll have to. It was the limited edition signed number.
Was it my midget third one?
Yeah.
I got a fucking midget fourth one, so it's all right. But listeners out there, like and subscribe. Do the damn thing, and as always,
See you next Tuesday.
awesome. Thank you so much. Fuck yeah.
Random advertisements. Random advertisements.
Anuncios aleatorios.
Random advertisements. Random advertisements.
Anuncios aleatorios.
You
Oh,
brought
I-
you.
oh, go ahead.
Hang on, I just
Yeah, go
just to
ahead.
clarify, you brought like stuff that you wanted to discuss as well. Like you got notes and gee, yeah, I didn't see
I
that.
said she printed them out.
I didn't. I was getting water in a
I like a
fucking
person who's
Kool-Aid. I
prepared.
forgot.
Well,
Okay,
I
okay.
just
For
see
the-
the topics that you wrote down.
For the most
so-
part, I was just gonna say like we usually the second episode's more like we'd
Free
open
form.
it up, do whatever the fuck. I didn't know if you had stuff that you were.
Oh
wanting
gosh,
to do.
I wouldn't
Okay.
know like how we would start talking.
No, don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay.
Sorry, John.